Alrighty, so we have another trade today between the New York Mets and the Tampa Bay Rays, and we have a lot more stuff to talk about. We have the Cleveland Guardians. They have their new logo, their new team name. Yermin Mercedes is back in baseball after less than 24 hours of being retired from baseball, shortest retirement probably ever. And we're going to talk about Kenley Jansen and the Dodgers' struggles recently. Do the Dodgers need pitching help? We're going to talk all about that in today's video. But before we get into this video, 92% of you who watch these videos are not subscribed. So go ahead, get your life together, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, and leave a like on this video. Subscribe, turn notifications, and leave a like, and let's go ahead and get into this video. So with this, we're going to go ahead and talk about Rich Hill being traded to the New York Mets in exchange for Tommy Hunter and a minor league catcher who's currently in Double-A by the name of Matt Dreyer. So this is an interesting trade. They just acquired Nelson Cruz from the Minnesota Twins last night. This seems more like a setback move to me. Rich Hill's been good this year in his 40-year-old season this year. He's been solid with a 3.87 ERA this year. And he's been good. Rich Hill definitely has. And this seems, like I said, like a setback move. Glasnow's probably going to be back before the playoffs. But I can understand it from a perspective too here. It doesn't make a lot of sense for the Rays, but I could see what they're thinking here. What they're thinking is this guy's a 41-year-old, and he's probably not going to be like this. Yes, he has a ton of playoff experience and stuff, but still, maybe this guy is just not going to be it, and that could be it with Rich Hill. Rich Hill, I don't think that he was going to be the number one in that rotation, and maybe his $3.7 million is something that they're trying to free up to get another starting pitcher maybe better, like a Kyle Gibson, a Danny Duffy, somebody like that. Now, Rich Hill, like I said, it's only costing you $3.7 million, but maybe they're thinking also they have to unload that contract to get Nelson Cruz in there. But a contract that they should really think about unloading, in my opinion, is the contract of Kevin Kiermaier, who's a center fielder, $9 million. For Rays standards, that's a lot of money. And they're 58-39 right now with that big comeback win last night versus Cleveland. They're only one game back in the division with a 7-3 record on a 3-game winning streak right now. They're playing some good baseball right now. And the Rays, I guess they are kind of in the buy and sell category here. But Tommy Hunter is another guy in that bullpen. They just have a ton of bullpen arms. But I don't understand this trade for the Mets side of things. So this is a good trade. Guy with a lot of postseason experience. You get an actual starting pitcher that's major league caliber for a team that really has just not had that this year. And that's mainly due to injuries. You've had Carrasco injured, Syndergaard injured, DeGrom's injured. Right now, you've had just a ton of injuries this year. And getting a guy like Rich Hill helps a lot for this team. He's got a 3.87 ERA. This guy, I mean, when their full rotation's healthy, I don't really know where he goes in, but as a right now move, you've got Stroman, Walker, Hill, DeGrom, Carrasco, Syndergaard, Lucchesi, Peterson, Jordan Yamamoto. I mean, you've got so many guys here that could be starting pitchers for this team. So they've got a ton of starting pitching depth, which is good. You want a lot of starting pitching depth, and especially a guy like Rich Hill helps a lot in the playoffs as well, which the Mets need some playoff experience themselves on this team. So yeah, I think if the Rays are thinking a step ahead, and with the way that the Rays develop players, this could be a very, very good trade. But as right now, and here's another stat here. He's sitting at a 5.40 ERA. He's seen his spin rates drop considerably in the aftermath of MLB's crackdown of the foreign substance. So that's why the Rays probably traded him. They're very analytically sound for the Rays, and that's probably why they traded him. They probably knew something there. And that's probably why they traded him, not to mention that he is 40 years old. Next topic, we have got the Cleveland Guardians. They've got their new logo. You can see the new logo. It looks pretty laughable. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It's not a good logo, but they need a new team name. And the Guardians, I mean, we'll see. a lot of people are saying it looks a little Minecrafty. But yeah, the Cleveland Guardians. I mean, I don't have a ton of opinions on this, but I mean, whatever. I mean, they needed a new name. They needed a new logo. This kind of gives them a fresh start as an organization. It kind of feels like. Next up is Yermin Mercedes is back. Yermin Mercedes started off this year as the biggest surprise in baseball this year. Then, halfway through the year, was sent down to AAA Charlotte for the White Sox. And it was really after the comments from Tony La Russa. Can we blame Tony La Russa for really just killing his MLB career? I think you can. And I'm not a big fan of Tony La Russa. That's pretty obvious. I'm not a big fan of Tony La Russa at all. I think that he is definitely not a 2021 manager. And it just, no. He ruined Yermin Mercedes' career, in my opinion. He was playing so well, and then you had to lose a confidence for a rookie player like that. That's what ruined his career. It's Tony La Russa. He wants to encourage him after. Tony La Russa is not a 2021 manager. It needs to stop. He's got 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, and a 298 batting average since being demoted to AAA Charlotte. And you can absolutely blame him for his comments. He doesn't know how to play baseball and stuff like that. That's what Tony La Russa is saying. And Yermin Mercedes then said that it's over, that he is quitting baseball. And now, less than 24 hours later, he's back. Which is really weird. Just a really weird things here for them. But you would think that he would be called back up by now, considering that the White Sox have Yasmani Grandal on the injured list. But Zach Collins has got that spot instead. Yermin Mercedes is back, but he might be one of the biggest one-hit wonders in this league, considering how much of a surprise he was first off and how much down he's went since then. And I think Tony La Russa's comments do hurt it, but I think also he just really was not that player that he was at the first half of the season. The White Sox still have a comfortable lead in the Central with a 58-38 record, 9 games ahead of the Cleveland Guardians in second place. It'll take me some time. So if I keep on calling them the Cleveland baseball team, you get it. They play Milwaukee in their next series. Good pitching matchup tonight. Freddie Peralta and Lucas Giolito. I think that for the White Sox here, Yermin Mercedes is not really hurting you any. Mercedes, I mean, he could be a guy that's packaged at the deadline. I highly doubt that, but who knows? It could be possible. Next up, our last topic of today's video, we're going to go ahead and talk about the Los Angeles Dodgers and Kenley Jansen. Jansen had his pitching struggles last night. Darren Ruff did swing. Giants fans, I mean, take it. You got to win, but there was a bug right there. But Darren Ruff definitely swung on that pitch. But the Dodgers are 59-39 right now, 3 games back, 5-5 in their last 10 on a 2-game losing streak. I'm starting to think that this Dodgers team really needs some pitching help. We always were talking about the depth of the pitching coming into the year, and it's just really not been that. With a lot of players being down, you've got Trevor Bauer and his crap. My gosh, go away, Buck. But you've got Clayton Kershaw, who's going to be on the injured list for a distinctive amount of time now. And you're starting to lack starting rotation. They did promote Josiah Gray, who's their top prospect right now. But still, I mean, I think with this Dodgers team, like, you're starting to kind of get worried. Muncy has an injury as well. Seager can never stay on the field. He's a guy that's going to be a pending free agent, but this guy, like I said, can never stay healthy. And you've got Lux on the IL as well. And you've got May with Tommy John surgery as well, which not a lot of people are talking about. So basically you have 2 starting pitchers out right now. And you've got in the rotation, you've got Buehler, Price, Gonsolin, Gray, and Urias. And you've got Trevor Bauer out, who you're paying $40-some million to this year. So, yeah, and the bullpen I still think could use another arm. Like Kenley Jansen, I'm starting to think that Kenley Jansen may just not be the closer for this team, the right closer. I think that a Richard Rodriguez could be a guy to target at the deadline. Obviously, they have no money that can be spent at the deadline. And yeah, so they're in a really interesting situation here. Jansen maybe needs the closer role removed from him like Aroldis Chapman, but Jansen still is a very, very good pitcher. And the Dodgers did get screwed out of the game last night. You can say that as well, but I'm pretty sure that's his second straight blown save, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. Second straight blown save. But yeah, Kenley Jansen, do the Dodgers need pitching help? I think so. I think they could use another arm in that rotation. It's been said that they're considering Ian Kennedy from the Rangers, which I kind of like that idea. Ian Kennedy's getting up there in age. You're only going to have to pay him a minor league contract for the rest of this year. I think that could make a lot of sense there. Getting a guy like Ian Kennedy. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn notifications because, like I said, 92% of you who watch these videos are not subscribed. So go ahead and get your life together and hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, and leave a like. Thank you for watching, and peace.